I was shopping on my phone.
Oh my God. Oh, live chat. There we go.
Yeah. There's a new pattern put out by Hammer Stitch Bags. She's out of Hamilton. She's Canadian.
Oh, okay.
And she makes bags.
Hence Hammer.
Hammer, yeah. She makes bags, and she's releasing a bag pattern today. She has a couple patterns that are really nice, and they're made for like wax canvas, oil skin, and her newest one combines Harris tweed with
nice.
other stuff. So
well, and you've got that piece of Harris tweed. Yeah. Are you good? I know you were thinking about this on your oxbow.
I was thinking about starting my oxbow with it. I have a yard of it because it's pricey.
Yeah.
Because the Harris tweed is, I was looking it up because I have to research everything.
Yep.
And Harris tweed is woven in the Hebrides Island. Or did I say that right? I probably didn't. I don't know. In Scotland, and it's actually woven in people's houses.
Oh, okay.
It's not woven in a factory. So, and they have to be
still like small
batch.
producers.
Local producers only. It has to be certified by the Harris Tweed Company, and so only certain people can weave these fabrics. So, and it's 100% wool from Scotland, and so it's pricey and it's really beautiful. And so I have a piece of it, and I was like, the oxbow takes a lot of fabric.
It does. I was like, is that what you really want to?
So, and then also I didn't want the tweed to be on the bottom part of the bag. I just didn't want it to wear a lot. So this pattern put out by Hammer Stitch has like, you can do cork or oilskin on the bottom.
So
like
you
the
could
tweed
do that
doesn't touch
on the top.
Like the wearing parts. Anyways, yeah. So.
Well, I was gonna say you could do the pocket as like the feature with the tweed and the rest of it in.
I have some
oilskin
because I have a navy tweed for the Harris tweed, and then I have some of that beautiful blue oilskin that was quilted from Merchant and Mills. So
yes, yeah,
that would work.
I know we got in more of the green quilted, but I think we should get in another color.
They only have 3 colors. So they have this dark navy, which we've had. They have that olive green, which we have had and now have again. And then they have a brown. And I don't like brown.
Yeah.
I'm just not a brown person, even though I'm sort of wearing brown today. But yeah.
You know what I realized the other day? I need a new pair of shoes, and I really want a pair of like Oxfords or Brogues or something. I think it would work really well. And I was like, I should get like classic black and white ones. And then I'm like, no, my wardrobe skews towards warmer colors.
Need brown ones.
I need brown ones. Yeah. I need brown Oxfords. So that is my mission in life right now.
You need a good pair of shoes.
My shoe guy stopped selling shoes about.
I remember Max.
Yeah, 7 years ago or so.
He used to live in that neighborhood too, and so I would take my shoes to get repaired.
Oh, he's fantastic. If anybody ever needs shoes repaired, Max's Shoe Repair on Wellington, just west of Holland. Yeah. On the north side.
Yeah. He's great.
He's fantastic. And his daughter is like works in the business with him. His son had like gone off and was doing something techie, but his daughter is the one. His daughter and his wife
learning the trade.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
But I bought out like 7 pairs of shoes.
He has some amazing shoes.
Fantastic
designer
shoes. These shoes.
Wait, you got some funky shoes.
I don't know.
I don't think your leg that high.
I could put it on the table, but I feel like that's funky. Here, we're gonna do this for a second.
Oh my god, yeah,
they're beautiful shoes. Yeah. And my snowman socks because it is snowing ridiculous.
Yeah.
Look at that shoe.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, I don't like floral.
For someone who says she doesn't like floral, she wears an awful lot of floral.
It's gotta be the right floral.
I agree with that. Yeah, totally agree with that.
Yeah. Talking about bags, the Oxbow starts next
week. That means I need to clean my sewing room. It's a disaster right now. Oh my god, yeah.
I feel you on that. There's been like no time.
I know. I feel like I never ever have enough time. No. No.
So I know we had been waiting on hardware. We finally got those together.
Yeah. So this has got Babelism honeycomb for the outside that you need to quilt on some batting, which we've included. And then this webbing is so good. And then, you know, your lining and everything you need to make it is in here.
Yep.
If you do want to add a bit more structure, you can buy some extra interfacing. I have talked about that in the product listing, so read the whole product listing. Yeah, so that's love it. I love this.
And this one comes with batting because
you need to quilt the outer. So you can use quilting cotton for the outer fabric, but you just have to quilt it. And so yeah, that's
which is what you did with the sample.
Yeah. So and we also have a kit of the sample. This is the last one left, and I think.
I think we are out of that fabric
and
too.
I think this is it for that fabric. Yeah. So this is the sample. So it's got the batting as well because you have to quilt it because it's lightweight, dress weight corduroy. Yeah. So everything you need there. And then these ones. These ones you don't have to quilt because it's a canvas. So this is the rifle paper books.
Yes.
It's called Book Club. It's so good. It's just novels with like historical
Sorry,
novels.
and you said during the sew along you're going to talk about how to like line up.
Yeah, so this one you need to line up because it's kind of got a stripe effect with those books. Yeah, you just cut them out the same. The fabric I think I'm going to use for the sew along might not have stripes, but you know what? I think we're going to put some ideas together and people are going to vote on which combination I sew.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, because I think that'd be fun. So yeah, this one doesn't need to be quilted, so it just gets attached some fusible fleece. And yeah. So this is, and this one has gold hardware.
Oh, nice.
We don't sell gold hardware in the store.
I brought it in just for
this. Yeah.
That is very fancy.
Yeah, so that's fun.
Very fun.
Yeah, I'm excited about that sew along. I love sewing bags.
We got that, and then I finally nailed Emily down last night and got the write-up for the next knit along.
Oh yeah,
because they just finished the colorwork cowl.
What is it that we're doing?
Socks.
Oh
yes, so we are delving into the world of sock knitting. And then I'm working on a dress sample for the next sew along after that.
Yes.
Yeah. So a nice summer dress.
I love a good summer dress.
Yeah. We'll see if this pattern is like good, and if it is, then we'll go ahead with that one. I
bought some of that new Merchant & Mills linen.
Did you? Is it gone now?
It's gone. I bought the last of it. I had to wait 2 weeks, and there was just enough to get 1 3/4. Okay. So it'll be
more than enough.
Someone's excited about
socks. Yeah, I'm super excited about. I've said this before that I use the sew alongs as my own personal, like, I want to make this thing.
Yeah,
so
totally.
We learned how to make cardigans, my reunion cardigan, and color work was on my list of things. Though I didn't do this.
I was going to say I didn't see you knit.
No, because I took a class with Emily in October and felt confident enough in that to be able to pursue. And I've made a second color work piece.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
My hat,
That was a pretty cool hat.
And I really want to learn how to knit socks.
Yeah,
so we're going to learn how to knit socks.
Either love or hate socks from my limited experience. I knew a lady who I used to work with ages ago, and she only knit socks.
Yeah.
And that's all she did is she knitted socks. She was not interested in knitting anything else.
Just socks.
Just socks.
Yep.
And little baby hats, which
and
she knit me one for my first. I still have it. I'm going to keep it forever. Yeah.
So socks are, and we're using our free pattern, but they're gonna talk about, like, because there's so many different ways to knit socks. There's like the toe up,
cuff down. There's 2 at a time. There's magic loop.
Yeah. There's afterthought heel, forethought heel.
Yeah.
The one where you like just knit a tube and then you cut it.
Yeah. Is that steeking?
Steeking, yeah.
Steeking scares me.
Steeking is super
I don't
scary.
even knit, and it scares me.
So apparently what you do is you basically like knit extra where you're gonna cut, and then those stitches go on, like stitches on either side of it go on. I
feel like it would unravel, but I know it doesn't. I know that it's a thing, but
no, totally. Totally.
It's like when you're sewing and you have to clip into your thing.
Whenever doing V-necks. And I always and you end up you need to clip
right to the
V. Yeah. And it's like, oh my God, this is not gonna hold.
Yeah.
trying an afterthought heel for the first time. What did I do?
Oh, we didn't look at it.
No, it is.
It disappears at a time. And I'm so scared to cut my knitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah, it is super scary.
Yeah, in bag making.
You can do it though. You can do it.
There's an inset zipper pocket that you can do where basically you create a welt.
Oh,
and
yes, and then you cut it
inside.
Yeah.
And that's very scary because you stitch a rectangle and then you got to snip through everything. And once you've cut that
like you're done.
It.
So
things are scary.
But
not scary because you can do them.
No, yeah. Years ago, I had Jason my husband had seen some fabric and he's like, I really love this fabric. Please make me a shirt. And I'm like, you know what? You never ask for anything. Yes. And he wanted a Henley. And to make a Henley, you have to cut. So you sew the placket and then you cut through it. Yeah. And so I'd done everything. The placket was very nice. It fit him perfectly because he's got a really short torso and really short arms. So I'd altered the pattern to fit him.
My husband's the exact opposite.
And I go to sew on the buttonholes and I put the buttonholes on the bottom instead of on the top of the placket. And that thing sat in the timeout corner for like a year and a half. I was so pissed off until one night I was like, nope, this is it. This is the night I'm going to fix it. And
Did you take out all those buttonholes?
I took out the whole placket. I interfaced the fabric back together, re-sewed a new placket piece, and then was able to follow my original line of cut.
I mean, there's ways of doing it.
No, it was definitely, I needed to be in the right headspace. But it took a year and a half for me to get back to the point. And I know Carrie would be like, I would just throw it in the garbage.
So what I would do, so Carrie would throw it in the garbage. You wait a year and a half and you actually fix it. I would just say, hey, guess what? It's a hidden button placket.
It's a feature now.
It's a design element. That's what I would do.
I like the challenge of being able to fix.
Yeah, totally. I mean, there are things that go back. It just depends how important it is.
No, exactly. And he wears the shirt all the time still, so it's definitely it's worth it. We got stuff in front of us.
Talk about this and talk about knitting.
Soun's good.
Oh my god,
this stuff is oh my god, it really is squishy.
Because this is a new yarn we got from Blue Sky Fibers.
It is alpaca and merino. And it's a
baby alpaca.
I was going to say 55%.
Oh, that's alpaca. A lot of alpaca.
That is a lot of alpaca.
And so alpaca is the softest, lightest weight fiber out there. No, there probably isn't. Yak. Yak could be too. But it is one of the softest and lightest weight. So it is so soft. And it's warm.
Yes,
alpaca is so warm.
Well, if you think about an alpaca, they're like soft and fluffy and warm.
Well, so are sheep, but I find certain wool is softer than others, but it's not as soft as alpaca. And it's not as lightweight as alpaca.
No.
My mother-in-law went to Peru quite a few years ago, and she bought an alpaca blanket.
Okay.
And it was tiny. Like when you fold it, it's like a throw size. So when you throw it out or like fold it up, it's only like this thick because it's really thin. And she goes, I only bought one. Why did I not buy like 5 more?
Yeah?
Because they would have fit in my suitcase.
Yeah.
And I could have given everyone one.
Yeah.
Because it was the nicest blanket ever.
Yeah.
It's so lightweight. But it's so warm. So every time I'm there, her house is freezing.
Oh, you always go for the alpaca blanket? So I go for the
alpaca blanket because I'm like, how else am I going to be warm? And I'm so jealous that she has this, and I'm trying to claim it in the will.
Okay. You need to.
She doesn't like me that much, so.
And it's lots of beautiful colors.
Yes, so many colors.
And these are there's a couple more colors there. These are 150 gram hanks.
Yeah, so they're quite large hanks.
Which means that you could, you need to like weave in fewer ends.
Yes.
You would only need like.
And that price is great. It's $45.99 for 150
grams. Yeah, awesome. Which is a really great price.
I might have to knit my own alpaca blanket. Well, I don't knit, Tanya. That means I have to learn how to knit.
Crochet.
Yeah, but crocheting uses up so much more yarn.
Yeah.
It's faster, but it uses more yarn. And I find it doesn't just drape the same.
No, it doesn't.
It just is not the same. It doesn't. There's just, knitting is,
Speaking of blankets, we should like...
Oh, this is beautiful. Now, we're not going to be able to show you all of this, but we got a panel from one of our suppliers for a fabric line that we're carrying. Oh my gosh.
That's the top.
Yeah, this is the backing. Look at this. It's gorgeous. It's got
fantastic.
mushrooms and oak leaves.
That's beautiful.
This is... the line of fabric is Trek by Figo. We do have it in stock. And the pattern is by Pen and Paper.
I think we're sold out.
It's called Forest Fungi. We're sold out, but I'm getting more. So it's just so pretty.
We're sold out. We have Pineberry.
Yeah, we have Pineberry. And this we put the bamboo batting in it.
Oh, this drapes. Look
it drapes really nicely. Now it is heavily quilted, so that does affect the drape, but it's gorgeous. I love this quilt so much.
Yeah.
Ugh, mushrooms.
Yeah.
Everything we have with mushrooms
is
just
great.
sells like ridiculous. Like it goes so fast. Can't keep it in stock.
No.
I had a customer come in one time and she was saying she was getting some mushroom fabric. She's a mushroom forager.
Oh, fun.
And she said that she had about 15 different mushroom fabrics that she's going to make into a quilt.
Oh, fun.
Oh, that's so
Very
fun.
fun.
That would be a good one to make.
That would be a good one into.
Yeah.
Talk about
more fun quilt patterns.
More fun quilt patterns.
Oh my God. So I think this is my favorite. I don't know what it is about Highland cows, but they are the cutest things you've ever seen.
They are. I think it's because they're woolly.
They're woolly and they're smaller than normal cows.
Yes.
And like, I don't know, some so good. So this is by Art East Quilting Co. And this is Mini Coos.
Cape Breton. I
think
reading
so.
last night.
Yeah, the Canadian, which is amazing.
Yeah, which really is well reflected in
their patterns are very much reflected of like their environment and where they live, and so Cape Breton is very Scottish influenced, right?
Yes.
Celtic, and so these you can make them with tams,
which is so cute,
or without tams, and you can do a side coup, which is this guy off the side. You can do a front facing, and then there's like...
So there's also, like, you can mix and match the way the blocks
are. So this is how they've designed it, but you can mix and match it, so however you want to do it. There's lots of different ways of doing it. So that one's the cutest.
Or...
this guy.
Just one big coup.
One big coup. Called Cattle Call, and it's adorable. So this one just has one on here, but if you look at the back, you can actually do 4 different of the cows. So they can have horns, not horns, face one way, face the other way.
Cute.
So it's adorable. Oh my gosh. I've seen this one made up and it looks so good.
This one is on my list for my puffin obsessed child.
Yeah, look at these puffins. They're so good.
Oh, you know what I could do instead of because making a whole quilt, I have so many quilts. I could just make like pillows for him to put on his bed. He would love that.
So, I was looking on the internet one day and I found this quilt pattern. It was of a cat, but not just any kind of cat. It was a cat butt.
Oh, is this the cat butt? Is it?
It's a PDF only on Etsy, but it's a cat butt, but of course it shows the anus.
Yes, which is, So
if anyone has ever watched the episode of Bob's Burgers, there's an art crawl, and Bob's sister-in-law, Linda, who's a little wacky, makes all these paintings of animals, and all you can see are their anuses. So it's just the rear end of them. And so,
your kids are obsessed with that episode.
My kids really like Bob's Burgers. They're younger, so they're 7 and 5 now, and they started watching it a little while ago. They don't understand the adult humor yet, and we're going to cut them off when they start getting it.
But butts are funny.
Butts are funny. Butts are always funny, right? And so they were watching that episode, and my daughter has one of those rubber animals that you bounce on.
Oh, yes.
And
did she draw a butt on it?
My son did. He took it, and he took the marker, and he scribbles.
Oh,
he scribbled on the butt, and he goes, "Look, Mommy, it has an anus." Yeah. So.
That's the new word we learned today.
Oh my God. So anyways, I found this quilt pattern that has cats with anuses. Cats. And so Yes, I have seen the mythical wieners pattern. It's also amazing. It's a bunch of Dachshunds or like wiener
Oh my
dogs.
god, but in like with dragon horns.
Yeah, and like Viking helmets and like so good.
Cute.
So if there's any of these patterns that they have that you would like to get, I can order them in.
Send us an email.
Send us an email. I can order them in. Because they are awesome. That's my anus story. It's hilarious. And this is the last one we got. I really like this one because it's Canadian animals.
Yeah.
It's super fun. I love the beaver. Look at that tail. It's so awesome.
That's cute.
Yeah, and then the moose. I like the moose. My son, he has 2 animals he loves. He loves goats and he loves mooses. We call them mooses.
Mooses.
And so I love that moose.
Nice.
Oh, it's so good. So those are the new quilt patterns we got from them.
Excellent.
Yeah, they're so awesome.
Also in patterns, we got a restock from Wardrobe by Me. And some new patterns.
New patterns too.
They've got I picked some. So they've got quite a few patterns designed for men or masculine bodies. So like a nice basic button-up shirt.
Yeah. So we got some shirts, some shorts, vests, pants. So many vests.
So we have this running argument here amongst the staff, and the new staff who we've hired recently are now being drawn into this argument.
Anytime we hire someone, we're like, vests,
how do you feel about vests? Because I don't get vests.
I don't get vests either.
Like,
no.
I want my arms covered. You and me, we're always cold.
I'm always cold.
Don't just put something on the trunk
even
of my body.
Even if my core is warm, my arms
are cold.
Also
my circulation is bad.
My circulation is horrible.
Yes. Yeah. Catherine, super into vests. Annie loved vests. I think Danielle is a vest person.
I'm not actually.
Okay,
Danielle
thank you, Danielle.
She's not on team vest. But anytime.
That's curious.
So I received the patterns and then
we've got the and this is cute. Like this is cute. This is like a with the right trousers or like a
and
skirt.
This one you can wear as a standalone top, or you can wear it with a shirt underneath it. It has enough coverage, so you can wear it either way.
And then that's the feminine version, and then the masculine version is this one.
And what I didn't realize about Wardrobe by Me patterns is that they're very customizable. So we got not necessarily these in particular, but we got some other ones. Like there's one that's an overshirt. It's like a work coat.
Okay.
And you can make it in different ways depending on the fabric and the pieces you choose. So like the pockets and all that stuff. So
that's sort of like this one.
And this one is amazing.
People have been asking for like a good basic t-shirt, and we're like, we don't really have.
So this pattern, because it has like 4 different sleeves. It's got I don't know how many.
6 different necklines, I think.
5 or 6. You can make 90 different t-shirt combinations with this pattern, which is super, super
That's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
You know what? And I would say you could even really simply turn this into a turtleneck as well.
Oh my
All you have to do is
use the crew neck
version, and then just put a band
There's ways of doing it.
It's not called a band, whatever it is. A funnel,
the funnel
thing. So, and the size range on these is not bad. We really try to bring in size inclusive patterns. And unfortunately, there are some companies that are really great at it, and then
Friday Pattern Company.
Yeah, Friday Pattern Company is fantastic. And then there are some companies that are better at it, but like Closet Core doesn't.
I don't like what Closet Core does, because what they do is they do their standard 0 to 20 in paper pattern and PDF, and then they only do the extended size range in the PDF, which is not fair to people.
No, it is not.
Because then you got to print it on little sheets, or you got to get it printed elsewhere, and if you are not wanting to do that, then that's really annoying. Yeah. And I think that's not fair to people. Friday Pattern Company is able to do like a 0 to a 7XL in one pattern, so I don't understand why
it's
other
doable.
People
No,
can't
it is.
Do it.
It is absolutely doable.
It upsets me.
Yeah. Soho House 7 isn't bad for that.
They do too. Usually they can either.
Well, it depends on the
pattern. So the Remy, they're able to get all of their sizes in one envelope, but some of the other ones they do two different pattern or like two different packages.
Yeah.
And they do have overlap because sometimes you're in the middle
and you want to grade up or down. Yeah.
And so I like that. I've seen some pattern companies where they stop hardline at one size and then start hardline at another. And I'm like, what if you're in the middle? Anyways,
yeah. But the size, the bust goes up to 50 inches, the waist 43, and the hip 53.
That's funny because in this masculine body pattern, it only goes up to 48.5 inches.
Huh.
And normally they do the opposite.
Older patterns, their older patterns haven't been graded larger. And then there's one more vest that's sort of like a more utilitarian kind of vest.
Fleece vest. That's what I'm picturing.
Yes. You know what though? I saw someone come in with the quilted oilskin done up in a vest like this, and it looked really fantastic.
I saw someone in a jacket out of that quilted oilskin, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" I can't afford 2 meters of it.
No.
But yeah, it's fun, super fun.
Oh, I have fabric set aside to make a spring jacket, and I bought it last year, and
what fabric?
Too late. I bought something from Blackbird. It was like a recycled nylon something. Yeah. I just need to like trace the pattern and cut it out. And it's not. It doesn't seem like fun sewing to me.
So yeah, I am known here as the jacket person.
You sew a lot of jackets.
Apparently, I sew a lot of jackets. Maybe it's because I don't want to pay money for jackets, but I'd rather spend more than that and make my own jacket.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, I've made a lot of jackets. I've made some wool, like winter coats.
You have that beautiful black one that you've worn to dinner a couple of times.
Yeah, I have that one. Yeah. So I like making jackets. I don't know. I like the
I have the pattern.
Things.
I have the fabric. Yeah. I just need to like.
I have an unfolding jacket cut out that I want to, because I have one already. It's pink, but it's fading from the sun.
Yeah.
And I have one. I want to quilt it though, so I got to quilt it and then sew it together. But yeah, it's in the works.
Sew dresses.
So would I too. Sometimes I don't have enough time to sew everything I want to sew.
No, this is
just like I have projects cut out, ready to go, and then.
Yeah. Well, I did that the other day. I cut out a whole bunch of stuff and then put it all in Ziploc bags so that when I have the time to sew, I'm ready to like go and actually do it.
Have you done your March block yet?
Oh my God. I haven't done my February block.
I've done my February block. So Katie and I are in a Block of the Month club, and we're trying to keep on top of it. But I have a couple weeks, so no, a week and a half.
Because I'm working on Saturday, I am taking tomorrow off, and nobody will be home. And my intention is to just go to the basement and sew. So
2 weekends ago. No, it wasn't 2 weekends ago. A few weekends ago. Eleanor was at a birthday party. I dropped her off.
Yes.
Thomas had Taekwondo. Owen took him. And because I couldn't get back in time to take Thomas to Taekwondo. Anyway, so Owen took Thomas to Taekwondo. And it's for an hour. So I had an hour and a half of nobody in my house, which it never happens. Because my husband half works from home and half works in the office. And then my kids are always home. Yeah. And when they're not in school. It was amazing.
That's lovely.
Yeah. I didn't get enough done.
Well, and I just find like I want to sit and sew on the weekends, but I find I'm doing, family activities. We ended up at the museum last weekend. Yeah. We tried to go to a sugar bush, but the line was
it just too
long.
busy? Yeah. Sugar bush is this time are insanely busy.
Yeah. So, but Sundays we go to the market. Yeah. So like it just the weekend time gets eaten up.
My problem is I'll go down to my sewing room and then I'll be down there for 15 minutes and then I hear, Mommy, what are you doing? Why didn't your dad keep you upstairs?
Nope, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Show off this ruler and then we should.
Okay, so the last thing we got this new thing in. It's we have something similar to this. This is called the hot ruler. This is called the hot hammer. So apparently it helps you hem a little bit easier. Plan a fun outing for the kids with dad. Make sure it's far out of the city and you have plenty of time.
Yeah. Right. Well, it's getting
everyone cooperating with that is sometimes tricky. This is super cool. So
haven't we had this before?
We've had it a long time.
Okay.
Ago. Like pre me, I think.
Okay.
Or like early me.
My memory goes back that far.
So it's super cool. What I like is you can, so sometimes in bag making you have to draw squares, so you can box your corners, and it'll help you box your corners. So you can actually use it for marking as well. But it was really cool. You can iron right over it, and it doesn't melt or anything. Yeah, I have the hot ruler, which is just a straight one.
Yeah,
great for hemming, straight hems. You just fold it up and it measures all at the same time, and you press it.
Yeah. You know what I've started doing is just sewing a line of like basting stitches.
I do that a lot too for my narrow hems. So I actually just made the Donnie, which I'm teaching a class in April. There's still room as well if you want to sign up for that. And
we've got 2 samples in the store too. We have one in the Indian cotton and one in the honeycomb
from Fable,
and they both look so. That's one of those shirts I look at on the package and I'm like, and then I see it made up or I see people wearing it and it is fantastic. Yeah. I think people are really sleeping on that pattern.
It's a great pattern. Yeah. It was fun to sew because there's like some different techniques to it, but it's not a hard sew at all. And it's a fairly fast sew because it's not a huge shirt.
And it's nice and like finished on the inside too, which is I always appreciate those details.
Yeah, for sure. Tanya just asked about like a hemmer tool that's curved. There is one. It's called the Dritz Easy Hemmer, but it's metal. So you can
we've had that one too.
You can, and it's kind of like a slightly curved bottom, so that could help. You could iron over it; it just will get hot.
Yeah,
but I would totally iron over it.
Yeah. We should wrap up because
it's been a half an hour.
It's been half
an
hour
and stuff to do,
and the shop is starting to wake up slowly.
We're a slow start to the day here at Fabrication.
Yes, that's okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. Remember that we are closed on Saturday for 5th Saturday.
Yeah, and if you're a 5th Saturday member, get your cards ready.
Yes. Yeah. Look for that email tomorrow, and then we'll be back open usual on
Sunday at noon.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.